Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Maxi here once again, and I am back for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion 2, aka Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for those of you who lived in North America, for the Nintendo 3DS/Nintendo Switch, while we're still playing through Luigi's Mansion 2 HD because of the quality and all that stuff. So, last time, we've essentially did manage to complete it, the second mission in Haunted Towers, and that's what appears to be Mission B-2, the Pinwheel Gate. So not only we did somehow found the yet another boo, but also we somehow obtained some more gems, and of course, in addition to that, we also did manage to able to achieve ourselves the glorious 3-star rank. So yeah, everything else checks out there. So today for this video is that we're about to be continuing things on in Journey Falls within Haunted Towers, and this time we're about to be hitting off to Mission B-3 Graveyard Shift. So as far as I'm aware, there's about the fact that we might able to actually come across into yet another mechanic when it comes to certain missions anyway, but it looks like EGAT is going to show us something. To be more specifically, we need to use this thing right here to fix up the forms of the Pinwheel Gate, and naturally we can now able to actually proceed onto the main thing we can able to actually go after, right? Well, we shall see, because as far as I'm aware about the fact that we're still on the forms within the earliest points of Haunted Towers so far. So generally speaking, I was about the fact that as soon as we're able to actually completely done with the third mission, obviously I could imagine about the fact that we've almost at the halfway point already in terms of Haunted Towers, despite the fact I do need to come back onto the first mission on my spare own time, but not for a while though, mainly because no matter what though, it's about the fact that, well, I'm still playing a game after all. So either way, so let's hop back into the forms of Haunted Towers again, except this time we can now able to explore some more rooms, thanks to the forms of certain parts of the Pinwheel Gate that we somehow obtained from the previous mission. Although, before we're able to actually try to sort out with the Pinwheel Gate, we need to take care of this particular Venus Flytrap monster, so just in case we can able to actually try to get rid of him. So anyway, but before I do that, if we check on that tree again, not only did we get not only one, but 2 gold spiders. So as soon as we're able to try to take care of them as quickly as you can, obviously that was about the fact you will guarantee to get yourself some more gold bars. So now, as far as I'm aware, is about the fact that, well, first of all, I just want to classify for saying, and that's what appears to be about the fact that, well, today's date, of course, there is the 30th of August today, in some cases in 2024 today, so you know what that means, folks? Today marks the forms of the PAX West today. So relatively speaking, not only we might able to actually see some more gameplay footage of The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, but also Super Mario Party Jamboree as well. Although, I was originally trying to able to mention about that particular topic though, actually, but I'm afraid to tell you it's about the fact that I don't think I can able to mention about this today, but I'm sure about the fact that I'll let Tiana will mention more about it if she decided able to go back onto Sonic Colors for the Nintendo DS, because as far as I'm aware, she's now onto the halfway point of that playthrough, so... Okay, so we're about to be dealing with not 1, but 3 slammers we need to take care of, because 2 of these slammers did somehow come out of the ground, and they somehow got their plants on top of them. So either way, oh jeez, I was not expecting that particular slam attack right there, but thankfully we've got not 1, but 3. Oh, wait a minute, I've only got 1 of them so far. Oh jeez, I do need able to get some bit of get more accustomed to like trying to pull back with the actual analog stick or something like that. Well, usually no matter what though, it's about the fact that it's been about 2 days ago since I actually have last played this game for sure, because chances are though it's about the fact that I'm still really darn excited for the sake of the forms of Super Mario Party Jamboree's new footage is about to be showing up for the likes of PAX West. So, but I'm sure about the fact that, like I stated before, that Tiana will mention more about it if she goes back onto Sonic Colors on the DS version. So anyway, so let's get ourselves our glorious gold bone in case of, you know, something rewarding is about to happen. So let's just go ahead and try to reveal ourselves with this particular door right there. And fundamentally speaking, is about the fact that as soon as we go in here onto the actual maintenance room, you do realize there was actually that Venus flytrap plant in here. So what we are supposed to do is that we need to able to fill up the water right here by trying to able to actually turn the actual specific thing around. And once it's completely full, and also we need to able to find those invisible pipes. So naturally we did somehow found not only one, but 2 parts of the pipe. So naturally though, and then I get the strong feeling about the fact that we can go back onto the maintenance room and able to actually see something is about to grow on the left point of that room. So now we can able to actually use this and, well, try to attack the Venus flytrap thing. And as a result, we can able to actually not only try to able to actually open up the chest, but what's inside it? Yet another gem. So I think this is gem number 6, if I recall correctly. So either way though, chances are though, I would say about the fact that we can easily guaranteed to able to actually get the last bunch of gems during at some point in, well, let's just say the next mission coming up, but we shall see.
Oh, I do it. Yeah. Oh. I did it. Ha.
And unlike the forms of how it does it on the second mission, where we somehow go interrupted by a bunch of ghosts, speak more specifically hiders, so now about the fact that the hiders are nowhere to be found, so this means we can now able to go into the hollow tree itself. And yeah, this place is huge, especially concerning for the fact that we now onto the hollow tree itself, so this means we can now able to do some more stuff here and there. Like for instance, I actually noticed there are some even more gold spiders we can able to actually take care of. But here's the thing though, much like the forms of how it does it in Gloomy Manor, is that we need to able to actually try to burn down some spider webs. So, but we'll try to figure something out eventually though, but it may look like we've stumbled across into even more ghosts, like Slammer right here. Although mind you about the fact that if you come across into certain staircase, that basically though if it's a trap, this means about the fact that the ghosts will appear. So, naturally speaking though, is about the fact that we accidentally take the left staircase, so naturally it actually caused the ghost to appear. And then if we go onto the staircase right here, oh gosh, it's almost like a loop, like an endless stair thing, just like in Super Mario 64. Except the fact that it doesn't show us the forms of some Bowser pictures or anything else like that, so it's one of those Greenies tricks, basically. So anyway, and, oh, okay, so I guess there's no trap on this. Okay, that's actually pretty swell. So I suppose we should probably able to actually burn the spider web out, and naturally, we somehow made our way to the very top of, oh jeez, I did not expect there was a trap down there, but that's okay though, because, as soon as we go back onto the left side of the staircase, then obviously though we can able to easily get back on track here. So, anyways though, I would have liked able to explain something else for this matter though, but, first of all, oh, dang. Okay, we weren't expecting to able to see that particular door just somehow closed upon itself. So because of that though, yeah, we can't able to actually go up there for the sake of time from now on, so we definitely need to figure out something else for this point right now. So, yeah, and it may look like we definitely need a key for it. So, yeah. This might take a bit of a while though, especially like I said before, we have to go through mission to mission basically, so either way though, and how are we supposed to able to get back down, I wonder? Well, I suppose we should probably try to use this little spider ball thingy right there, that will do the trick.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, here I go. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Wow. Whoa. Oh. Oh.
Alright, so now we can able to actually go ahead and start building some more spider webs by utilizing the forms of, you know, the spider ball web. So, well, keep this in mind though, is about the fact that the entire flames right there was actually located on the actual waters right there. Although you have to be very careful if able to actually carry the actual flammable spider ball web thingy onto that specific parts, because otherwise if you accidentally let the actual thing go in the water, well obviously though it will burns out, and I do generally think it might not respawn from time to time, so chances are though it's only one of those things about the fact that if you made one wrong move, then chances are though it's about the fact that you might not guarantee to get your best results or anything else potentially. So anyway, let's talk about the forms of the next topic at this point, and that's what appears to be about the fact that, well, I found it a little bit fascinating about the fact that, well, originally though, about the fact that there was going to be Crash Bandicoot 5 is in the works, but here's the catch though, what I found was a little bit fascinating is that the actual plan for that particular sequel to Crash Bandicoot 4, in some cases Crash Bandicoot 5, that is going to be a crossover game with Spyro, so that'd be a cool idea. However though, about the fact that, as you probably already know, that Crash Bandicoot 5 has officially been cancelled. So because of that though, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, especially considering for the fact that that gives us a huge opportunity to able to actually see not only Crash, but also Spyro join together for, I would say technically for the third time, unless if you want to count with the forms of Skylanders Imaginators or anything else like that, including with the forms of 2 of those GBA games that usually heavily utilizes with the forms of how the fact that you can able to play as 2 different characters with their different perspectives or something. So either way though. Also, I just realized about something, is about the fact that recently though, SNK has recently managed able to launch the special website in regards to the forms of stuff in relation to the 30th anniversary. That's what appears to be the King of Fighters 30th anniversary. So because of that though, yeah, it's quite interesting. And also, in addition to that, is about the fact that there was going to be a special event coming up, which I'm sure that we'll let Tiana will mention about this as well, especially concerning for the fact that we're not exactly at September just yet. In fact, after all, we've only got 2 more days to go until September is on the horizon. So, also, just want to classify for something about the fact it's been like, I would say, it's been like 5 days ago since about the fact that there was a game called Pac-Man World Repack that basically though that particular game did came out since 2 years ago. So yeah, happy 2nd anniversary of the game's release of Pac-Man World Repack for not only for PlayStation 4, but as well as PlayStation 5, and even Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, PC Steam, and of course Nintendo Switch basically. So either way though, and while looking back on it now, I still enjoy it for what it is. However though, there's one little thing you might able to actually realize about something, and that's what it appears to be. I don't think it's possible we can able to actually see Pac-Man World 2 remake or anything else like that, because chances are though is about the fact that we actually come across into, you know what I'm talking about the fact you, as far as what Ray the Flying Squirrel has already mentioned about this since yesterday though, is that, well, not only did we somehow receive not only one Nintendo Direct Presents, or potentially speaking of the Nintendo Direct announcement, but it appears to be Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, but also ND World presentation. So because of that though, oh, there's actually a gold greenie right there, so we did somehow manage to able to caught him. So, and after that though, we can able to actually go ahead and get ourselves not only some more gold bars, but even with more money. Oh, hi. I have no idea why I did the actual Mr. Krabs expression, but usually chances are though is about the fact that Mr. Krabs is so obsessed with money, you know? So anyway, so now we actually ended up in this graveyard, so yeah, it may look like we couldn't do that much in here. Well, apart from the fact that we can able to actually check onto other parts here and there, like for instance, I don't think there's anything else we can able to get for those gravestones in particular, so I suppose we should probably able to actually get into the Let's just suck this thing up, and I don't think it actually contains anything, so who cares? So let's go inside, and it may look like we now ended up in Cryptic. So, anyway, so let's just go ahead and check what's beyond in this particular... Oh, we can able to actually pull this thing out. And then I think we have to keep on doing it again, so just in case we can able to break through that wall and do it for one final time, and there we go. And, oh, what do we have here? We actually got ourselves a familiar picture frame, which apparently, though, it appears to be Toad. Oh, how come he got into the actual painting, I wonder? But before I do that, though, there's a boo in here, so because of that, good thing I've already checked that right from the start, though, just in case if I ended up managed able to ignore that room or anything else like that. Well, you can able to actually go back onto the previous rooms if you wanted to. Well, usually for the sake of time, though, it's about the fact that I know for a fact it has been a while since I actually mentioned something like this. So anyway, oh, he's almost down, and hopefully that does the trick. Now, I think this is now boo number 8 that we somehow got. So, yeah, pretty good so far. Especially considering for the fact that now, unlike in the first Luigi's Mansion game, that you only come across into 50 boos in order able to actually get ourselves the special reward, which appears to be the golden gem. Or, potentially speaking of, the gold diamond. In here, though, I don't think there's going to be that much boos in this game this time around, though. Well, it looks like, as it turns out, we actually used the Dark Light device to, well, bring characters out of the picture frame. Okay, that's actually interesting. Especially considering for the fact that we somehow rescued, Toad there.
Ciao.
Pretty swell. And this is where we come across into the main mechanic of this mission, and say applies to some missions as well. That's where it appears to be escorts. So meaning about the fact that we must escort Toad in order able to make our way to one of those specific generator or projectors or anything else like that in order able to actually succeed the actual mission itself. So I apologize for that tongue twist in the end, folks, because still, I'm just so excited when it comes to not only about the fact that we'll see some more gameplay footage on Super Mario Party Jamboree, but also, like what Ray the Flying Squirrel has already mentioned about this since yesterday, I kind of believe the trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie, has now became a thing. So because of that, though, now I'm sure about the fact that they'll try to able to actually not spoil things too much, just like the forms of how it does it on not only the first Sonic movie, well, usually it only did for some scenes, but also with the forms of the majority of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, mainly because, as far as I'm aware, maybe they'll try to able to actually bring us more details as soon as when that film decides to release, until specifically 4 months time. So either way though, so yeah, let's just get out of the cryptic for now, and we'll should probably be able to actually find our way to one of those secret routes we can able to go into. Well, it may look like we've come across into yet another sub-boss, but this time what appears to be the Three Sisters. So basically, in order to able to deal with this particular sub-boss right here, is that we need to make sure about the fact that it's like a timing thing, basically. So as soon as when the Three Sisters managed able to put away with the actual mirror, then chances are that is about the fact that it's your chance to able to actually try to suck them up, as you can tell, with that particular footage alone. But you have to be very careful of their attacks as well. So just to ensure for the fact that you don't want to get hit so many times. So, but chances are though, when you get the hang of it though, it's actually not too shabby for the most part. It's just about the fact that you need to pay attention to the actual movements, especially if they put their mirrors down. Obviously though, it's about the fact that it's your chance to able to actually stun one of them, because keep that in mind though, much like the forms of how it does it for one of those, the toy soldiers from the first game, although except the noticeable differences this time is about the fact that obviously though is about the fact that it's nowhere near as chaotic as this. So either way though, and sometimes you have to be standing completely still. Although if you messed up at one point like I just did right there, when it comes to trying to able to stun one of those the three sisters, chances are though you're about to get hit. So either way though, let's just go ahead and finish her off, the green one to be more specifically, and we can now able to actually deal with the main one for last. Although every time when Toad was actually got or sees one of those ghosts in particular, basically though Toad decided able to run away at one point. Although in order able to recruit him back, is that I'm pretty sure about the fact you need to use the Poltergeist 5000. I know there was actually a way that you can able to actually call him back, but I don't know how I supposed to able to figure this out, unfortunately. But either way though, we somehow managed to take care of the three sisters, and it looks like Toad just keeps on running away like nothing else. So I'm hoping we can able to actually try to cheer him up after dealing with the forms of the three sisters ghosts. So anyways though, let's get to the point about the fact that there's also another solution I can probably think about in regards to the forms of what's been going on, is that recently though we actually got ourselves some more gameplay footage of Sonic X Shadow Generations, specifically Shadow Generations, and thanks to Gamescom, they've shown us some more gameplay footage of not only Kingdom Valley, but as well as the actual look about the forms of Metal Overlord as a boss fight. And I'm gonna say, I'm still basically excited about that particular re-release of the game, so
Yahoo!
So anyway, so now we ended up in the sewers, so it may look like about the fact that I get the strong feeling about the fact that that will pretty much lead us to the destination we need to able to make our way to that projector that I somehow come across into earlier, but chances are though is about the fact that, oh, there's a bonus area right there. Although chances are though, we can able to obtain those red coins, so I suppose we need to able to be quick about this because obviously though we've only got less time, specifically 13 seconds or something like that. Although I'm pretty sure this area is just for bragging rights, apart from the fact that unlike the forms of how it does it on any other bonus areas coming up, obviously though is about the fact that some bonus areas will actually contains one of the gems. So in here though, all it gets is just more gold bars and that's it, so that should be pretty swell, especially that'll be a good opportunity for me to able to actually guaranteed to get myself the glorious 3-star ranking, but that's besides the point. So anyways though, and I suppose I should probably mention about the actual specific brief detail I want to classify for something that apparently though, remember what I said before about the fact that there was actually that new SpongeBob game has been leaked called SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game? Well, for a couple of days ago, it has been leaked. Well, actually, as it turns out, it became reality, all thanks to the forms of the Partner Showcase Nintendo Direct. So, yeah, that's why I classify that.
Here you go. Bye-bye.
And there goes Toad in that particular projector, and that means I get the feeling the mission has been accomplished. So either way, so it may look like we're now on to the halfway point in terms of Haunted Towers. So yeah, I can't even believe the entire progressioning has gone pretty quick, even though there might be some exceptions here and there, likely for instance just trying to go for a 400% completion run through, but that's besides the point. So although I was originally trying to able to mention about something relates to the point where the fact that we can able to actually see or try to discuss upon about the forms of what games have been revealed for the likes of not only for ND World but as well as Partner Showcase as well, but let's just say about the fact that that particular discussion can wait. Like, let's just say, for instance, it's probably best if we let Tiana will mention more about it as well. Seriously, she's got a lot of mentioning stuff coming up in regards of the forms if she's decided to go back onto Sonic Colors on a DS version. So, anyway, so as you can tell, we got ourselves indeed with a 3-star rank medal. So, yeah, it looks like we're actually doing pretty good so far in terms of Haunted Towers, except on the first mission. I will admit it though right away, because I pretty much know about the fact that sometimes though, trying to deal with Gooper was actually pretty tricky as it seems. So either way, because chances are though is about the fact that I just can't even believe about the fact that certain days, when it comes to 2024, just goes by a lot quicker than I was expecting. Although, Then again, though, is about the fact that I just, you know, seriously just cannot wait to see the actual final few months actually has to offer for the sake of 2024, including with the forms of how the fact that, like what Ray has already mentioned about this before, about the fact that he was seriously really looking forward to able to actually seeing the third Sonic movie, especially considering for the fact that maybe it's possible for us, though, that I can probably able to rewatch not only Sonic the Hedgehog 1 movie, but as well as Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie as well, back to back, just to ensure we can able to actually follow up the actual specific plot details and all that stuff. Although I was originally trying to able to rewatch Knuckles the series again on Paramount Plus, but chances are though is about the fact that at this point in time, both the DVD and Blu-ray release is already existent. Well, it wasn't until specifically on the 9th of September about the fact that the physical media version of Knuckles the series will be releasing in journey forms of 9th of September basically. So either way though, because I'm pretty sure about the fact that we've only just got about, I would say, 10 days left at this point until that particular DVD and Blu-ray release of Knuckles the series will be releasing. I don't know if I can able to guarantee to able to get both the DVD and Blu-ray release of Knuckles, because I still find the actual series alright, but not the best either. Although the best aspect for me though is obviously with the first episode, because you probably get the idea what I'm talking about. So with that being said, folks, is that we get the ending of this point right here. So join me next time for more of Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion 2, aka Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Is that we're going on to the next mission in Haunted Towers, and that's what appears to be Mission B-4, Pool Party. Okay, sounds like fun. So I'll see you guys until on Wednesday. Later, fellas.